In this video, we continue with our third step of computer forensics, which is analysis and interpretation. So on this step, we want to focus on extracting the information that will be helpful with our forensics case. So some of this evidence may include email, pictures, internet history, internet files, documents, spreadsheets, chat logs, financial data, PDF files, suspiciously renamed files, unallocated space, settings, folder structure, file names, software or hardware that's added, etc. Additionally, we want to look for hidden evidence such as deleted files, deleted internet history, hidden files and folders, formatted drives, repartitioned drives, physically destroyed hard drives, passwords, online email, etc. The next step is to process the evidence. For example, we'll want to look at the metadata to find information associated with the file itself. This could be the date, time, path, type, count, title, user status, and size. Next, we want to document the entire process. So this is going to have notes throughout the entire process, as well as timelines. This includes what happened, where it happened, and the sequence of events, and so on. Finally, based on all this analysis, we want to run some kind of interpretation of what the data means and begin to prepare this for presentation. So we're going to show you how to do computer forensics analysis, and we're going to use a free tool that is called Autopsy. There are much more sophisticated tools out there, but they do cost a lot more money. But these more expensive tools are used by law enforcement and other companies that specialize in forensics. The Autopsy will help us to get a general glimpse of exactly how forensics works. The reason why I choose Autopsy is it allows us to calculate the hashes of files, see the web activity, look at keywords, open zip archives, look at the metadata, look at hidden files, and so on. So we're going to access Autopsy using Frame. So we're going to use this link. You'll need to log in with your credentials. And once you do that, we're going to do a learning activity. So this first learning activity is if you were actually able to extract the contents of your USB drive, then follow the instructions here. If you are not able to extract the contents of your own USB drive, we're going to do the fat undelete test. So pause this video, follow the instructions here, and then come back for discussion. All right, so here I am in Frame, and I'm going to go ahead and click Start Session. And sometimes this fails, so you may have to click OK on the error message and just try again to be able to get in. But eventually what's going to happen is when you're logged in, it will simulate a Windows environment where we're able to actually run the Autopsy application. I've had too many issues with students not being able to run the Autopsy application, and that's why I've decided to resort to Frame to be able to allow you to do this. So as you can see here, it has finally loaded. This icon with the dog at the bottom is Autopsy. I'm going to go ahead and click this. So you'll notice that Autopsy has loaded and it's asking us to start a new case. Let's go ahead and make sure that we download the fat undelete test first. So we're going to go ahead and go to that link that I provided to download the fat undelete test. And here it is. We'll go ahead and open the containing folder. I'm going to go ahead and right click this and extract all the contents. Extract. And ultimately, the file that we're interested in is the 6 fat undelete. I'm just going to cut it and paste it on the desktop so that I can find it relatively quickly. I'll go ahead and close all the other applications. And now we'll go back to Autopsy and start a new case. I'll give this case a name of fat undelete. And then I'll browse to the base directory. So this is where I want to save the case. I'll just pick the desktop and hit select. I'll go ahead and click next. Give this a number, we'll just do 001, put my name as the examiner, and I can leave the rest of the information blank. Click finish. This will take some time. All right, so now we are on the add data source step. Let's go ahead and click next. And we got to make sure that disk image and VM is selected. I'm going to click next. And then we're going to browse for the file that we just downloaded. So we're going to go to the desktop and grab that 6 fat undelete test. And then we'll go ahead and click next. I've had better luck when I've unchecked this iOS analyzer, and we'll go ahead and click next. Now it's processing the data, and I got this error message. Don't worry about it, just click OK, and then click finish. So now we can go ahead and examine the contents of this file. And over here on the left side is the data sources. If I expand it again, this is actually the structure of the fat undelete drive. And if I scroll down, you'll notice here that it has a X next to this. So this is a deleted directory of 1. Inside of deleted directory 1 is a deleted directory 2. We have this mult2 dat that's deleted as well. In the directory 2, I have a frag3 that's also deleted. I could click on this information to find out more about that. But on this specific activity, there isn't really that much more information. I could also just click on this deleted files section and go to the file system, and it could show me all the deleted files that I need. Or I could just look at all the files. I could click this plus icon and browse by extension. And so if I had images, videos, or other types, I could browse based on that specific type. Another thing that I could do is come up here and click the timeline. And after waiting a little bit, it will load, and you'll notice that it gives me a timeline of when these files were created. I can actually go ahead and click on one of these, and it will show me the files that were created at that point. And then come down here, and you can see that the file was modified, meaning that this one was deleted. So to give you a demonstration of how this is really impactful, I had a student that was able to load the contents of a USB drive of a friend. His friend had pretty much wiped the USB drive thinking that there was nothing on it, and it's like, sure, you can borrow my USB drive. And after recovering the contents, he started scouring it, and he was able to find health information about the specific individual, such as in health records, etc. Additionally, as an undergraduate, I was able to gain access through the similar methods to files on a complete hard drive that was disposed by a dental office, and I was able to actually see real social security numbers of patients. This is alarming that a dentist office would dispose of a hard drive without purging this information. And this is emphasis why we need to securely delete information before we dispose of it. Thanks for watching my video. Feel free to click the links here to watch the next video of the playlist, continue to the next playlist, or subscribe.